Good morning. Good morning from the Bullitt County Historical Society. Today's Tidbit is brought to you by three fine corporate members: Dairy Queen, Lanier's IGA and Portal, and our hometown university, Georgia Southern. Go Eagles! We have some great names of cities and towns in Georgia. We have several boroughs and many villes. So let's do some research and see why this is the case. The origin of many place names is regional. They may reference geographical features such as a rock, a river, or a mountain. Sometimes the name celebrates a notable and famous resident or war hero. Many place names in Georgia are derived from Native American languages. The most famous one in Bullitt County is the Ogeechee River. A borough is an administrative division in various English-speaking countries. In Europe, boroughs were originally walled towns. In Scotland, a borough was called a burgh. This term goes back to Alfred the Great. After the Norman conquest, when certain towns were granted self-governance, the concept of burgh or borough was used to mean a self-governing settlement. Often, a borough is a single town with its own local government. However, in some cities, it's a subdivision of the city. For example, in New York City, there are boroughs, and in London, and in Montreal. Towns in Georgia ending with B-O-R-O or B-U-R-G are Phillipsburg, Riceboro, Sharpsburg, Toomsboro, Vernonburg, Waynesboro, Whitesburg, and of course, Statesboro. Statesboro is said to be named to honor Thomas Jefferson and his view on states' rights. Statesboro is the only statesboro in the entire United States. The suffix ville, V-I-L-L-E, is derived from the French, meaning city or town. In the Middle Ages, the word referenced a farm. It is sometimes used as a shortened version of the word village for a small town in a rural area. Villages most often depend on agriculture. There are over 20 towns in Georgia ending in ville, such as Andersonville, Barnesville, Belleville, Blairsville, Cartersville, Crawfordville, Danielsville, Dawsonville, Douglasville, Gillsville, favorite of mine, it's the heart of folk art, pottery in the state, Greenville, Glenville, Hawkinsville, Sandersville, Thomasville, Winterville, Woodville, and Yatesville, the home of my Adams family, who owned the mica mines up in Upson County, Georgia. Let's look at some place names in our own state. Waynesboro was named after General Anthony Wayne, whose daring efforts during the Revolutionary War earned him the nickname Mad Anthony Wayne. In 1822, the Georgia State Legislature established Swainsboro, B-O-R-O-U-G-H, as the seat of Emanuel County. To begin with, it was spelled B-O-R-O-U-G-H, just as Statesboro was spelled that way. The town was named in recognition of Stephen Swain, the state senator who introduced the bill for the county's creation in 1812. He represented Montgomery and Emanuel counties in the state Senate for 33 years. Garfield is one of the smallest towns in Georgia in size. It's less than 0.8 square miles, and its population has less than 200. Hope You Like It has one of the most unique names in Georgia, and it's right here in Bullitt County. My daddy, Paul Franklin, attended the dance at this store when the first banner was displayed. This was about 1933. The banner that hung outside said, you guessed it, Hope, H-O-P-E-U-Y-O-U, like L-I-K-E, it. He had a date that night with Edith Tyson, who lived on Grenade Street right off of Savannah Avenue. The store had a Sinclair gas filling station. Edith's daddy, Leroy Tyson, had the Sinclair gas franchise. Yes, Daddy had a date with the daughter of the store's owner. We need a history lesson, I guess, about Sinclair Oil, I believe. This company shaped the gasoline industry. It had the first high-octane gasoline. It was the first to have 72-octane auto fuel. It was the first modern service station, and it opened in Chicago in 1922. It offered oil changes, greasing, tire repairs, wash jobs, free air, and even restrooms for the rising ranks of automobile tourists. Now, don't you wonder why Dino the dinosaur became its advertising logo? Well, the green dinosaur was used to promote Wellsville refined lubricants. These were derived from the Pennsylvania grade cruels laid down during the Mesozoic era when dinosaurs roamed the earth. The gentle but massive Apatosaurus became so popular that Sinclair registered him as a trademark in 1932. I just find that fascinating. I have loved Dino the Sinclair dinosaur since I was a little girl. One time we went on a trip to St. Petersburg, Florida, and I swear my daddy stopped at every Sinclair station between Statesboro and St. Pete looking for me a blow-up Dino the dinosaur. Never found one. Another thing of a string of towns in Georgia is the ones that are named for European cities across central Georgia. Have you ever wondered why they were named that way? Well, in 1887, the Americus, Preston, and Lumpkin Railroad was extended east across South Georgia from Americus to Abbeville. The railroad was financed by Colonel Samuel Hawkins and a group of investors from Americus. This was the state's only railroad constructed entirely with local capital. The daughters of Colonel Hawkins, who had recently toured Europe, named the towns along the line after European cities, including Seville in Spain, La Rochelle in France, Milan in Italy, and Rhine in Germany. Now you know the rest of that story. Place names are truly an interesting topic. Thanks for sharing your time with me today. Bye.